This is the Jokatech Show, Jokatech Show, Jokatech Show. Yeah. Look out at the city. Check it out, baby. Check it out.
Here, his answers got shorter. He didn't seem to make much of an effort. Clemens seemed to really gain some confidence, and you could see that as the day went on.
You know, Carl, when you look at McNamee and Clemens, two of the major players, obviously, the biggest player in all of this, I think, was Andy Pettitte, and the impact he had on these hearings, reflecting on conversations he had in the past with Roger Clemens, some of which led to contradictory statements from Clemens or not recalling conversations, those sorts of things. And I think Pettitte's presence, even though he wasn't there, was a major part of these hearings.
You read Pettitte's deposition online. A couple of things that sort of stand out is that McNamee, according to Pettitte, tried to convince Andy not to do HGH, that Pettitte felt compelled, almost as an obligation to the team, to try to get back on the field to recover from injuries. And Andy Pettitte said something interesting. Roger Clemens shares the same agents that Roger Clemens and Andy Pettitte have. They both have Randy and Alan Hendricks. And Pettitte says in his deposition that Randy Hendricks contacted him to let him know the Mitchell Commission, the Mitchell report, was trying to interview him. Clemens vehemently denies that. Anything to that, TJ?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, in itself, it's so hard to say. How do you prove whether or not they actually spoke to Roger Clemens or not directly about that request? But it's one of several things that people have noted. Questions that Roger Clemens has not been able to answer, starting with why would Brian McNamee implicate him if it weren't the case? Why would he tell the truth about Andy Pettitte and Chuck Knobloch? The question you just raised, the same thing. He had an answer for all those things, including why does Andy Pettitte have one recollection while he has another? Again, he tries to explain it away, but after a while, what you hear from people is these are too many things that he can't explain. It might not matter now. People may take from this what they want.
It's going to take
yes, sir. He's not going to even 1%. So you worry yourself.
It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get a guy like that. That guy's in cage. He lives in a cage. He has a lot of money.
But until
it's going to take forever. But in the meantime,
yes,
you cannot have somebody like that guy in office. He said he doesn't have a nuclear weapon. You can't believe that.
Who?
What's his name? The one in Iraq.
Saddam?
Yeah.
No,
but he doesn't have it. But you can't believe that. If the CIA tells that he does.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying.
So the problem is this. You have one guy hiding, right? The bad guy. Then you have him in office. This is what the country's trying to tell us here, okay?
Right.
He's not going to think twice of selling that bad guy. Say, the bad guy say, look, man, I got $10 million here for you. Give me some anthrax.
But see, the reason why that may not have happened is they had they had the option of he was enemies. He wasn't friends with Osama, but yet he was somewhat.
He was what?
He was enemies with Osama. Him and Osama were at odds. And the only reason he was at odds at all with America is because of the Bush family. Really, they should have played their cards right, and they could have used him because he didn't hate America. He hated. Saddam didn't hate America.
Right.
He hated the Bush family and the things that they had done because they had tried to knock him off many times in the 90s. They were at him too. Remember that?
Yeah, but that's after what?
But see, the thing about it is that it's the whole oil thing. They want to bash him to get that oil.
This thing is, the reason why they had first of all, you got to remember too, we were backing them. We gave them weapons. Okay, when they were fighting Iran.
They should have used him to get to Saddam. I mean, Obama. They're all the same, man.
It's kind of hard to get to a guy. They're going to eventually catch him, man. They're not going to catch that guy right off the bat. It's going to take a lot.
It's going to take a while.
It's going to take a
while. It would have helped having this guy around,
though. It's going to take a while. Like I said,
but do you think he really had weapons, though?
Huh?
I mean, they've been looting through Iraq, for a while now. They haven't found anything. Where those weapons at?
Look, you gotta. Look, another thing too. You gotta remember too. Like go back to the Iraq-Iran war.
Yeah.
We were supporting Iraq.
Right.
Iran had nuclear weapons. We gave him nuclear arms, some kind of like nerve gases, anthrax.
To who?
To Saddam.
Why were we?
We were on his side because we didn't like Iran.
And so that changed.
Right, because okay, Iran had nuclear arms.
Right.
He didn't, obviously. So we gave them something to counter that shit.
And now they want to take them back.
Right, so we know he has it. That's how the country, the government.
But see, they're bartering those weaponries in the military constantly. They're constantly bartering those weapons. You don't know who in whose hands. I mean, because they sell them, they trade them off. You know.
Well, to Iran then? I mean,
not to Iran, but to whatever country. You know. I mean,
the United States.
Maybe he already stole them to Osama.
It's a possibility.
So killing him off really doesn't do any.
Yeah, but you know.
Because they didn't find anything, and they could have found it without killing him off. They looted through there. He was running up in the caves hiding from them because they were trying to kill him. They already had knocked down his regime.
Right.
They already
they tried to
sent the troops in. Yeah, they brought him back here, tried him, and sent him back and killed him.
Then now, another thing you gotta remember. These guys, they're talking about this bullshit. You gotta understand what the citizen of the country wants. The working people.
But
do they want to get him out of office? Do they change in government?
But
that's the thing.
Why did they make the citizens do things the American way? If you're gonna butt your nose in and you're gonna knock me, out of my regime.
What's the American way? Having your
having them vote, and having him knocked out of office. They threw him back to the lions basically, and had them do whatever they saw fit. Think about it. If you're ruling over people and you've been somewhat of a tyrant for years, and I come in and I knock you off your throne because I don't like the way you're being a tyrant. If I throw it to your people, of course I'm going to kill you. Right. But I wouldn't have you killed. So if I'm going to come in and I'm going to take it upon myself to knock you off your throne, I should see about it that things are done my way and you're not killed and you're just taken out of your position. But they just came in, butted in, and then just threw him to the people. Of course they're going to kill him. Of course they're going to hang him and kill him.
I mean, Jason, he went on trial.
He went on trial here, and then they sent it back. No, he was no trial back there. He went there and they immediately hung him.
No. He was on trial. We didn't use there was no trial in this country with our judges, our legislation. That was it.
No, he was tried here. He was in court over here, yeah.
No, man, that was in Iraq.
Nah, he
wasn't tried in the United States.
He was tried in Iraq.
He was tried in Iraq.
Not in Iraq.
Iraqi government, with Iraqi ministers and judges and everything. You didn't see on TV?
I saw on TV. That wasn't Iraq, though.
You can't try here.
That wasn't Iraq, though.
It wasn't in this country.
Because I saw the footage when he brought him back to Iraq. They put it back over his head, and he walked into the room and he hung him. As soon as he went back there, he was hung.
The trial was in Iraq, not in this country. It can't be in this country. Come on. Well, we didn't kill nobody here.
Remember, they found him in a hole over there, and then they flew him back over here.
But they tried it in Iran. I saw that on TV.
Sure.
All the judges and there was Iranian people. I mean, not Iran, Iraq. The Iraq people. What is country gonna do me?
Either way, he was hung and killed at a crazy.
He was tried right in this country by his own people. Okay.
But like I said, they of course they're gonna kill him.
Well, the guy, he's a bad person. What do you expect? If you can't, and another thing, he did.
But he's sitting there working the system of where he does just either leave me alone or come and help the situation all the way. You don't come halfway and then boom boom, and then you're knocking things up because they should have butt their feet in, the whole way.
For the country?
No, the U.S. They should have stepped in the whole way, and they should have seen into it that he was handled the same way he would have been handled over here.
Well, they had a fair trial. You had juries. You had just like you do in this country. I mean,
I'm telling you, he was not tried. They questioned him over. What you saw was them questioning him here, and then they sent him back. He wasn't tried.
In Iraq, they didn't question him here. I mean, they questioned him, but he wasn't tried here. It was in the courthouse in Iraq.
This is what happened. When they found him, they brought him back here. They questioned him. They found that They decided whatever they wanted to do, and then they sent him back over there. And after he was questioned over here, he was sent back there and immediately hung. Because I remember that. I remember watching it. He's immediately hung.
That trial was in his own country. You can't do that, man.
It wasn't true.
No. That trial was his own country. And it was Iraq. It was his own country. His own judges, own jurors, everything. Anyway, he was going to go anyway. It doesn't matter. But the thing is this. It's what the majority of the citizens of the people want. Okay, that's the bottom line. If they say, look, we need this country to be in there helping them, you've got to do it. Simple as that. The majority of the people, the hard-working people, whatever they say, you got to abide by what they say. Not the extremists, not nobody else. The hard-working, ordinary family. That's the people you're trying to protect. Okay? They say we want a different way of life. We want a democratic system. Let's try it that way. As a superpower, your model is democracy. You've got to help them. Simple as that. Even if it means killing the last 20-year-old in your country, you've got to do it. You can't just leave them like that.
Still, no bombs uncovered.
Hey, that's fine, but you know what? I think he has to do it. He might have hidden them, gave it to Iran, whatever.
Yeah, I think before. I think Osama may have.
During the Iran-Iraq war, we gave Saddam Hussein nuclear arms because Iraq has nuclear arms. So the country, they gave it to him. They gave him anthrax. They gave him nerve gas.
Well, you know, I think that no, I'm not. I know that. I'm saying I think that Osama is, if anything, more dangerous now.
How?
Whatever weaponry he wanted, he has it now. The attention is focused off of him. He's allowed to get his footing.
He would use them. He would use somehow.
Oh no! Don't you see? He's still making these tapes. This guy.
Intimidating factor doesn't work in this country. I don't even know why you're making this thing. That doesn't intimidate me.
You'll be intimidated and get blown up.
So if somebody invade a country where you get 40% of your oil, what are you going to do? You're just going to say,
exactly. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what go in there and kick their butt. Simple as that. Common sense. So you're gonna be paying $10 a gas, $10 a gallon of gas, or $20.
Well, I guess it could be worse. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, man.
That I thank him for.
These people, they're a bunch of cowards. Anybody talk about anti-war, they're cowards. You know, they're cowards. And those so-called guys, the kids that were born here and all that shit, those foreign kids that were born here, ain't nothing going to no damn war. All they think about is coming, having good jobs. That's all they think about. They don't think about dying for a country and shit like that. Don't do that. You know, the majority of them, they don't go to wars. They don't go to the military.
They should send all convicts to war. That's what they should.
You see the Jews in the military? Hell no. You know? You don't see no Asian military. The only ones that come here, you were born here, you man, get a good job. That's all they know.
You can always delete it.